Hey guys, today in this episode, I wanted to share with you my conversation with my friend Shirley, which you heard in my last episode. But this episode, I'm sharing my conversation with her that happened on her podcast. And I thought it would be fun to share with you. And we talk about this one question, which I'm so excited about, which you probably have heard me talk about, but this is just a good reminder and something that will help you cut through all the drama and help you really connect and figure out what's important to you in the moment when you feel the most confused and when you are maybe fighting with someone or are disconnected and want to get connected. So listen up for our conversation and enjoy the conversation. And then I love you all. Merry Christmas. And actually, today's my birthday. I'm posting this, so I am turning 39. We're going to order some sushi, and we already went skating today. And we're just I just played some chess and checkers with my son. So we're just really enjoying, just doing some fun stuff, relaxing, lazing around. And tomorrow, you will not believe it. It's actually my husband's birthday. So my birthday is on the December 26th and his is the day after. So we are going to go ski tomorrow. So we're just enjoying ourselves. So I want you to also enjoy your vacation, your Christmas days. I love you all. Merry Christmas. And I will talk to you in the next episode. Love you. Bye.
Hello, everybody. So I have here with me a very special guest today. Natalia, yay!
Yay! Hi.
So we actually met first. So Natalia and I first met. She's also a coach, and we first met in a mastermind. And afterwards, we started becoming like coach friends. And we coach each other every week. So it's been very fun. And you guys, like Natalia is a relationship coach, and she also has a podcast called Stop Fighting with Your Son. And I think that's awesome. She is very skilled at what she does as a life coach, with helping mothers and their relationship with their partners and also with their kids. And so if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check her out. Stop Fighting with Your Son. And we have something short and sweet for you today. We're going to talk about a topic that is very interesting and that I feel like will be very, very helpful for you. So before we dive right into it, Natalia, can you tell everyone about you and what you're all about?
Yes, Shirley, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. I'm so excited. I'm excited about this one question I'm going to share with you guys today. So I'm Natalia Schneemiller, and I am a mom of 4 boys. And raising 4 boys, it's such a dear spot in my heart to not fight with them. So I was so inspired that I started my own podcast to help myself and others not fight with their boys. And along the way, I figured out a lot of stuff. So that's what I share on my podcast. And I just love all things about relationships and helping people with any relationship they have and helping them connect with their people. And so my own background, I used to fight with my mom. I used to fight with my husband. I used to fight with one of my sons. And so of course, for me, it took so much for me to figure things out. And now that I just have to share with people. And that's kind of what I do on my podcast. And so that's why I have this one question that helped me so much in my relationships. So I want to share with you guys today.
I love it. Okay. So what's this one question? Let's get into it.
So this one question is, wherever you are in your relationship, and usually it's if you're struggling, right? If you're struggling with something, if you're in a fight with someone, if you're in a business and you're trying to make a decision, you can ask yourself, am I moving towards the people that I want to move towards or away? So as I understand, Shirley, your people are business people. They love they are entrepreneurs, right? They start a business and they help people create something. So as I was thinking about this, is if we take the business part away from this, the business word, then we can think about what is your business, who's your business helping, right? So instead of saying, am I moving towards my business or away, you can ask, am I moving towards my clients or away? right? And then it kind of takes away all the confusion out of the decision making or the doubt or the struggle that you're having. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. And I feel like because there's so much drama that we can create in our own mind about our business, about our clients, about making money. And so it's almost like your question really simplifies everything to get down to the root of it. Like, okay, well, is doing this to helping me move towards my business to feel more connected to it, or is it away from it? So it's almost like really adding this relationship perspective into our work and really seeing like our relationship with our work and how that affects us. So like let's say, I don't know what kind of problems we can be struggling with for business. Let's say like I'm having problem showing up on social media. And then I feel like, people don't really care about what I have to say. Like that's a thought I have. How would you guide them into using this question for them?
Yeah. So if you ask yourself, okay, is my business, it's helping people, right? Where are those people? If you know that they're on social media and you're thinking, well, what was the thought you said? They don't
Care about what I have to say.
They don't care about what I have to say. And so if you're believing that, it might feel true to you, right? You might be not posting, you might be not showing up, you might be upset, right? You're like, nobody likes me, nobody wants to buy my stuff. So then you're on all this drama. But if you ask yourself, by doing this and believing this, am I moving towards the people or away? And so this question is to inform us of where we are. And I really truly believe once we know that we're moving away from the people we want to connect with, we're going to stop moving away and we're going to try to figure out a way to move towards them. Right?
Yeah.
Because just that knowing will help us put the brakes on the moving away. And then we can have all these ideas of how we can move towards, right? Like get coaching on our thoughts about social media or simply just decide that I'm going to do this.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I like that idea of like really what we really want is that we just want to move towards it. Like that's what we really want to do.
Yeah, we always do. And actually, we not always do. That's a good point. Most of the time we do because we care so much about whatever that relationship is. But sometimes, actually, I wrote down sometimes in your business, you might want to move away from your people, right? For example, or put a little break on when you're on vacation or if you're sick, right? Just temporarily allow yourself, right, to pull back. What do you think? But that's conscious.
Yeah, I like that. And it's kind of like, it's almost like, because I feel like sometimes, in coaching, we're always talking about our brain and what we're thinking about, like our thoughts and our beliefs, what we believe about our clients, what we believe about our work. But then it's almost like your question it goes down to like, in terms of your energy, right? It doesn't matter what problem you are struggling with. Like, is it connecting you? Like, is it helping you moving towards it, or is it helping you move away from it? And it's like what you said, maybe there are moments where you're just like, I just need a break from it all. I just want to move from it, away from it for a bit. But maybe by doing that, you're moving towards, deeper connection with yourself, or like you're moving towards the what actually feels aligned for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how I see it as well.
I think that question helps you become more aware of what's really important to you when you're so confused with all the drama. This question, the reason why I'm so passionate about it, because we have 4 kids and they were all very little when we all had them together, and the last ones were twins. And so it was so demanding on myself and my husband that I needed to go help get therapy to just straighten out my head. This was before I found life coaching. So the therapist gave me this question because I wanted to connect to my husband. And so that
because we would have fights. We were so tired. We would go on a date, but we were so tired. We just had a fight. And so this question helped me to get out of these fights and to prevent them. And it literally, this question saved the marriage for me on my end. I'm sure it'll be a different story for my husband, right? How they perceive it differently, right? But for me, I was like, thank you, right? Like, I know what's important. I want to move towards my husband. And so that changed my life so much that I think we can apply it to any relationship, and especially your relationship with your business, your clients. It's like your baby, right? You're creating it, you're helping people. And yeah, so I just love it so much. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about, because especially this is also what you're specializing as well. Can you tell us a little bit about like how to use that question in relationships? Let's say someone is feeling very dependent, right, on their partner. And maybe feeling very attached. How would you help them using this question, help them through that process?
That's a good question. So when people are dependent on the other person, I believe they're maybe not fully aware of it, right? Because I think if you become aware that you are depending on your partner to be happy, you will slowly start to make yourself happy. Right? So if you're not aware that you're dependent on your partner to be happy, then you can ask yourself, can I make myself happy? Right? You can bring that awareness to yourself. Am I depending on myself to make myself happy, or am I relying on my partner? And if the answer is you're relying on your partner, then what's happening is there's two relationships, right? There's one relationship with your partner, and there's one relationship that you're having with yourself. And so when we are relying on our partner to make us happy, I also believe we're not moving towards ourselves to make us happy, right? So there's two things going on. And your partner can't make you happy, right? They just simply are not equipped. They don't even know what you like, right? So that's how I think this question can be useful here, is that you can ask yourself, in me depending on my partner to be happy and fulfill my needs and, be like, entertain me or whatever, you can then, am I moving towards myself? Right? Because usually the answer would be no, right? I'm not asking myself, what do I need? How can I meet my own needs? And so I think that's a beautiful question to ask yourself, right? Am I moving towards myself in this situation, in this relationship, or away from myself? And then just bringing that awareness will help you. I think that's half the job done. Myself, to that awareness. Then once you have that, then you can problem solve. Then you can ask for help. Then you can read articles and books and talk to friends, and then you can find the solution on how to make yourself happy, right? But that first big step is just realizing what's going on in that relationship. Yeah. Yeah. So really, I think this question applies to, you can even apply it to your relationship to your house, right? If you're not cleaning your house, why? Right? You're like, I don't like my house. It's in a bad location. It's ugly, blah, blah, blah. You're moving away from your house. Fine. You know what? You don't even have to move towards your house. But if you feel bad and you don't like being in your house and you would like to feel better, you can ask yourself, am I moving towards feeling good in this house or away? Right? So that's why I thought to bring this question to you and your people, because you can really apply it to anything and have a really good relationship with anything you want in your life. And that's what I do with my clients. They come to me and they want to connect to their son. My recent client wants to connect to her husband. And I had a person come to me and ask, she wanted coaching on her business. And she said, I feel really connected to my business right now. And I'm afraid that I will lose that connection. And so we coached on that, and it turned out that it was totally fine to lose that connection because you always know how to get it back. right? And that's how relationships go. It's waves and ups and downs and connection, disconnection. And so this question can always help you bring back to that connection that you want. And so I just really, preparing for this podcast, I really saw proof that we do want connection with things that are important in our lives for us. And it's really important to us. So we do want to work on it. We want to feel good about it. Yeah. You know, you and I coach on that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. I feel like this idea can really open up a lot of doors for you to really look deeper into the relationship, whatever it is, with your business, with your partner, with your house, and really explore a little bit more on it. It's interesting, like what you just mentioned about like in terms of you mentioned that your client wants to move towards it, but your client's also afraid that of like it might not always be the case. And it feels like it gives a lot of relief knowing that sometimes we will move towards it, sometimes we will move away from it. It's not that we'll always be with it 24/7. It's almost like a flow, like moving in and out, like a dance almost.
Yeah. Like I just relating it to a relationship to your partner. It's never steady, right? It's up and down, right? You can make it steady in like, it's always steady good, right? But it's always like pulling away and pulling forward towards. And the same with your business. Yeah. And so she made it mean that if I lose it again, then that's it. That will be the end of it. Right.
Yeah.
So realizing that it's flowing, ever flowing.
Okay. Yeah, I love this question. It's going to be so useful for so many people. So if you're listening right now, think about the topic that you want to relate it to and really ask yourself, is this decision that I'm about to do, is this plan I want to do, or like is how I'm feeling right now, is it helping me moving towards that place, that thing that I want to get closer to, or is it helping me move away from it? And if it's not what I wanted, what could be here for me to look at and what could be here for me to learn from and to work through?
Yeah.
And
one thing I would also add is if you're thinking about a relationship, one that you are wanting to work on, but sometimes you might think that it's either that relationship or your relationship with yourself, like you'd have to choose. I would kind of offer that it doesn't have to be either or, right? Shirley, you would agree, right? You would have to just pose a question, how can we meet both of them? Make that third option, like how can I move towards myself and my partner and my business? Like with social media, how can I move towards myself and honor myself and take care of my nervous system and right, not compare and despair, but also move towards my clients at the same time? And then the answer will come. Yeah.
Love that question.
Good.
It's so good. Yeah. It sounds so simple, but then the more we talk about it on a deeper level, it's like, wow, we can really use this, relate this with many different areas and see, and there's like a lot of a deeper exploration and more things that you can bring to the surface just from asking this one question alone.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I love this question.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Natalia. Is there anywhere people can opt in to get closer to your world and to get more connected with you right now?
Yes, absolutely. So first thing, you just must come listen to my podcast. If you're a mom with boys, absolutely come listen. If you're just a mom, seriously, also come listen because it just all applies to the same thing. And even if you're not a mom, I just talk about all the things that life brings us and I make them super small and short and I address them. So it's kind of like having that little fix in one episode. So come listen. And also, if you have someone in your life that you want to stop fighting with, I can definitely help you. And the first session is completely free. So all you have to do is come to my website, www.coachingnatalia.com. and just sign up for a free session, and you can tell me all the things that annoy you about them, and I can help you. So thank you so much, Shirley. This was so fun. I'm so excited for you guys to know this question now because it literally changed my life.
Thank you so much, Natalia.
Thank you, Shirley. Bye.